The river was cold that morning. Mist hung low over the water like a held breath. The stones on the bank were slick, dark, and silent. Even the birds seemed to be waiting. Then a splash. A scorpion had fallen into the river. Small body, fast panic. Its legs fought the water like tiny oars, slipping, failing, trying again. Its tail curled high, not out of anger, but instinct. On the bank, a monk was walking alone. He stopped. He watched the scorpion spin in the current, not with disgust, not with fear, just attention, sharp and clean. He knelt down, and without hesitation, he reached into the water and lifted the scorpion onto his palm. For a moment, it was still. Then it struck. The sting was a needle of fire. But the venom didn't just hurt. It burned. It throbbed. It spread through his hand like heat crawling under skin. It was the physical feeling of betrayal. The monk's fingers tightened from pain. The scorpion fell back into the river. A few villagers on the path had seen everything. One laughed. Another shook his head and said, "Why would you help something like that?" The monk didn't answer. He looked at his hand. A bead of blood rose slowly, bright against the gray morning. His wrist trembled just once, then steadied. He looked back at the water. The scorpion was still fighting, still drowning. So the monk reached down again. A villager shouted, louder this time, "Stop! It will sting you again!" The monk lifted the scorpion once more and set it gently on a dry stone. And again, almost instantly, it stung him. The villagers burst into louder laughter, like people laughing at a man who refuses to become cruel. One stepped closer, eyes narrowed. "Are you foolish?" he asked. "You see what it is. It harms you, and you still save it." The monk breathed slowly, letting the burning pass through, without turning into anger. Then he said, "Stinging is the scorpion's nature." He raised his wounded hand, calm, "But helping is mine." The villager scoffed, "Then your nature is weakness." The monk looked at him, not offended, not defensive, and his voice turned quiet and hard, like stone under water. "If I abandon my nature because of its nature," he paused, "then it controls me. If I let a small insect dictate my actions," his eyes stayed steady, "then I am smaller than the insect." That sentence landed like a weight. The laughter died. The scorpion, now safe on the stone, crawled away into the grass, not grateful, not changed, just alive. The monk wrapped his hand with a cloth and stood. A villager asked, softer now, "But what if it always stings?" The monk nodded. "Then it will live as a scorpion, and I will live as a man." He looked out at the river. "The world has teeth," he said, "and many things in it will bite you without meaning to." He turned back to the path and began to walk. Then he said one final line, simple, ancient, unshakable. "Do not kill the kindness in your heart, just because the world has teeth." And the mist kept moving over the river as if nothing had happened. But the villagers stood quietly because something had. They had seen a different kind of strength. Not strength that defeats others, but strength that refuses to be defeated from the inside.